What holiday disaster led to the invention of TV dinners? A Thanksgiving gone terribly wrong. Hungry Man are frozen microwavable dinners for one, containing anything from Salisbury steak with green beans to chicken parmesan with penne to the cold dregs of your failed marriage. They were released in 1973 by Swanson to cater to hungry men, and really played up the hungry man angle by featuring NFL players like Mean Joe Green in the advertising for this supersized portion of food, which may have originally contained up to 4,000 calories and all the sodium your body couldn't handle, transforming you from a hungry man to a heart disease man. These were a spin-off of the original Swanson TV dinners, which were released on September 10, 1953 by the C.A. Swanson & Sons Company based in Nebraska, and catered to two emerging trends in the U.S. First, the rise of the television, prequel to the TiVo Strikes Back. In the early 50s, more and more American homes were purchasing televisions, jumping from just 9% in 1950 to over 64% by 1955. Swanson leaned into this trend by selling them as an easy meal to eat in front of the TV and coining the term TV dinner. They even made the original packaging look like a TV set that you could bang on the top of if the cornbread was coming in fuzzy. The second trend they capitalized on was that of more women entering the workforce. This meant fewer women having the time to cook a 3-course meal every day, and the ease of popping a frozen tray in the oven and the affordable price of just 98 cents made these a very enticing option for the modern family that abided by the motto, God forbid the husband do anything. But Swanson weren't the ones to invent this concept. The first frozen meals were made in 1945 by Long Island's Maxon Food Systems and were sold exclusively to airlines as Sky Plates, which they should have called Mile High Clubs. Then came Jack Fisher's Frigidiners, which were sold exclusively to bars looking to feel even sadder. And then the unproblematically named One-Eyed Eskimo brand out of Pittsburgh, which eventually spread nationwide before Swanson came out and blew them out of the water. But the Swanson inspiration wasn't just from these predecessors. It came about because in the weeks after Thanksgiving 1952, Swanson found that they had overestimated how many frozen turkeys people would be buying from them that year, to the tune of 260 tons of unsold frozen turkeys. To keep them from spoiling, they had to store them in 10 refrigerated railroad cars that only worked while in motion. So these 260 tons of frozen turkeys had to keep shuttling back and forth between Nebraska and the East Coast until someone could figure out what to do with them, like a really low-stakes snowpiercer. Enter Swanson salesman Jerry Thomas, who came up with the idea for a twist on the already existing frozen dinners with a new compartmentalized tray, sliced up all these frozen train turkeys and paired them with gravy, sweet potatoes, peas, and cornbread dressing, and they sold over 10 million of them in their first year of sales, raising the collective blood pressure of America by 30 points. Swanson no longer sells the original TV dinners, instead opting only to go with these here Hungry Mans exclusively as the appetite of Americans grew and our will to do anything healthy shrunk. My review? I hate to say it, but of course this tastes good. Anything with this much salt is going to be at least kinda good. The turkey's not great quality, but it's being masked by gravy, mashed potatoes, and stuffing that hit all the right junk food receptors in your brain. The vegetables are pretty pathetic and unseasoned. I was really enjoying the dessert until I finished it and a really bad cleaner-like aftertaste set in. Overall, these don't taste horrible, but with the damage these do to your body, we can do better. And to be honest, after I was done, I was still a kinda hungry man. So my rating out of 5 TVs is 2.7.